This is Laura Tanner and her ex-fiancé Raymond Lee Bailey during happier times. But the happiness didn't last. Their relationship would end with Tanner's death and the murder of 3 other family members.
My brother called me and said, that they weren't with us anymore.
Police found the 4 dead when they arrived at Laura Tanner's house in Belleville, Michigan. In a social media post, a family member writes, "As the story continues to unfold of Laura's sustained and systemic terror from the hands of her abuser through the time of her murder and the slaughter of her closest protectors, Sarah, Neil, and Forrest, we beg our family's tragedy serve as your cautionary tale." Prosecutors allege that at the time of the shooting, Laura Tanner was having ongoing problems with her ex-boyfriend, defendant Bailey. Bailey had faced charges of assaulting Tanner before. Last October, Bailey was charged with assault with intent to do great bodily harm and domestic violence assault. Police say 37-year-old Bailey confessed to the murders in text messages to several people.
He ditched his car that night, early Sunday morning in Bay City.
He just came in with a friend and turned himself in.
The slayings of 4 people who were all in their 30s stunned the mainly rural community of Sumter Township.
Very rare out here. When I heard the news, I was shocked.
Bailey faces weapons charges and 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Each count of the first-degree murder is a life without parole, and each felony firearm is a 2-year.
Bailey has pleaded not guilty and was denied bail.
He's in custody.
The family says they are working to become stronger advocates for domestic abuse victims.
There's no words to explain why it happened. Nothing makes sense.
Bailey has had a few erratic episodes lately. According to police, he jumped from a highway divider several times, doing flips, trying to injure himself. And then during his first court appearance, he wanted a delay, and then he was back in court this week. And there were no shortages of theatrics this week. Let's bring in Court TV anchor Julie Grant. Julie, walk us through what happened. This was supposed to be a full-on hearing. What happened?
Correct, Ted. Yeah, this defendant's a real piece of work. That is clear. These charges so serious, as you know. He's got 4 homicide charges pending, and we were supposed to see evidence presented. This was supposed to be a probable cause hearing taking place on Wednesday, but that sure didn't happen. So 8 minutes long was the length of this hearing, about 20 minutes total, because for part of the time, his attorney went to speak with him privately. First of all, this was all about lawyer issues, essentially. He was making some excuses to the court about who was going to be representing him. Right now, he has an assistant public defender who's representing him. And apparently he indicated to her and to the court that he wanted to retain private counsel, which is fine, certainly his right. But he had excuse after excuse to the judge. Let's take a little bit of a listen to what she said when she pressed him, and then you'll hear his response getting pretty snippy.
Mr. Bailey, if you talked to family, last time I saw you, you had indicated to me that your family was going to retain somebody.
Yeah, I paid an attorney $1,000 and got about 10 minutes to speak with them, and that was it. I mean, I was to the understanding that I had a right to an attorney, and I'm supposed to.
We have an attorney for you, Mr. Bailey. I wasn't asking for a long, drawn-out scenario from you. I was asking if your family retained an attorney. So it's a yes or no question.
I don't know how to answer that question. I was a retained lawyer, but then I wasn't able to speak with him. So yes, I had a lawyer, and then I was denied time to speak with him.
He has not filed an appearance. That's my concern. And so we have to proceed.
I was told that I didn't have any more time. I was denied my right to my attorney.
Mr. Bailey, I'm going to mute you if you don't quit talking.
That's fine. I don't have a voice anyway, so just mute me and do whatever you wish.
You see that there. Okay. Well, so to make it official, to make representation official on a case, a lawyer must enter their appearance. You heard the judge talking about that. So as of right now, the attorney of record is the attorney that was seen here in that Zoom call today for the probable cause, or yesterday, excuse me, for the probable cause hearing. So until that private attorney enters the appearance, the assistant public defender is still on the case representing this guy. And so, Ted, I have to tell you, it got more interesting after they went through the lawyer issue. Then there was some time that his defense counsel asked for to speak with him privately. And when they came back to the judge, she was asking for a referral for a psychiatric evaluation.
Oh, so the probable cause hearing's put on hold. He gets a mental health evaluation. Let's take a listen to what happened after that attorney did speak with him.
So, Your Honor, I've spoken with Mr. Bailey. Was a jail visit, and I just had another chance to talk to him. And I reviewed the almost 100 pages that have been sent to me, and I think I should refer Mr. Bailey for criminal responsibility for this matter.
Ms. Hinley?
The people have no position.
Mr. Bailey, do you understand what's going on? We're going to have a psychiatrist come and talk to you, okay? And
Are you there, Mr. Bailey?
Yes.
Okay, so
he's choosing not to speak to me. I understand what's going on, and that's fine.
You're
That's
cutting
fine.
in and out. I'm not hearing what you're saying.
Heard the term criminal responsibility. This case is being referred for that and for the competency. Breakdown for us, please. What does that actually mean in the state of Michigan?
Right. Great question. So two totally separate inquiries, right? So psychiatrists are going to be evaluating him. With the competency evaluation, that would mean, is a defendant able to assist in his own defense? Does he understand the charges that are being brought against him? So that's an inquiry for right now, for the time of trial today. Can Raymond Lee Bailey understand what's happening in court? The criminal responsibility, as they refer to in the state of Michigan, is an inquiry. We know he's cloaked in the presumption of innocence, but essentially this is understanding if he allegedly committed the crime, understanding the wrongfulness involved with committing a crime. So we're talking about the defendant's state of mind at the time of the incident. So this would be going back to August 15th, 2020. Was he of the proper state of mind to understand the wrongfulness of his actions if he were the one that investigators say he is who killed those 4 people on that dreadful day? So 2 separate inquiries, what happened then, what happened now. Of course, the criminal responsibility inquiry, Ted, you know this, that would go to perhaps whether or not there is some type of insanity defense presented. We can't even get to competency if we've got that insanity defense, perhaps that's going to be cropping up. And so we shall see what's going on here with this one, but a lot of work to be done by medical professionals.
Yeah, that's pretty clear in just the snippet that we watched from the hearing earlier this week. Actually, later in the show, we're going to show you more of that. You know, typically they're pretty dry, these types of hearings. Not the case.
No, not this one.
Yeah.
You're right.
All right, Julie Grant, anchor, thank you very much.